Oh, hi. Mr. Lee here. All right, this is numbers 7 through 10. Directions are, is it a function? For number 10, also find domain and range in interval notation. Okay, so for number 7, we just have a list of points. Okay, so they're listed out. You could also organize them in a table, which I'll do here. Right, so these are the points you should see. Some of you guys might benefit from a table organization more so than, the horizontal list. And definition of a function is any graph, any relation where your x values are paired with exactly one y value. Okay, so x values can only and exactly be paired with one y value. So in this case, we have a set of x values, same x value of 4, being paired with two different y values. This is already disqualified as a function. Okay, so it's not a function. If you get a visual here, there's also the vertical line test you guys might be familiar with. If at any point you can draw a vertical line through more than one point on the graph, that means and there's a specific x value that hits more than one y value, it disqualifies it as a function. Okay, so number 7, not a function. Number 8, we'll do the same thing. Let's list the points. We have 3, -2, 1, -2, 4, 2, and -1, 2. Okay, so if I'm just analyzing the x values here, there's no repeating x values. So there's no chance that any x value has a duplicate y value. This should be a function. A common mistake students will make is, oh, there's repeating y values, so we will discount as a function, but that's not true. You're actually allowed to repeat y values as long as the x values are different, right? Here's the visual again. The y values are repeated, but it's okay to have the same y value as long as your x values are different. Vertical line test, right, is going to prove that there's no vertical line that will actually go through two different points. So number 8 is a function. This one passes the vertical line test. Every x value is paired with exactly one y value. All right, this is number 9. We just have a graph here. So you're not given, a list of points, but you can extract points if you want. But definitely with the graph, vertical line test, okay, there's going to be a bunch of vertical lines that produce two different values, right? Let's just go through -2 here. If you look at my cursor on the mouse, right, it's going to hit this point as well as this point. It's already disqualified as a function. Okay. So number 9, not a function. And then number 10, also not a function, because you already have, these vertical lines, two vertical lines here. One here, another here. So if you draw a vertical line through here, it's going to hit all these points. There's infinite points that this is actually going through. Okay, so not a function based off the vertical line test. There are an extra set of directions for number 10. It says, also find the domain and range in interval notation. Okay, so let's review this. Domain is just a list of all your possible x values. Okay, so in this case, all of these points have the same x value of -1. All right, so it's kind of like you're just saying x equals -1 or x equals a +2. Right? You have infinite points on this graph. It'll keep going down forever. It'll keep going up forever. But the only possible x values you see in all of those points, they're going to share -1 and they're going to share -2. So this domain is actually a list of points. It's just two specific x values, -1 and 2. Your range, on the other hand, has infinite points, right? You're looking at your y values now. So this will go on forever up, forever down. So to communicate that in interval notation, we're going to start at the lowest y value, which is -infinity, right? All the way down below, we have -infinity all the way to this y value of 2, right? And because there's a hole there, there's a hole both here and here, we're not going to include the y value of 2. Okay, so you have to, you kind of have to observe these whole points carefully. We do not include the y value of 2, so we're going to have open parentheses, right? If we did include it, it would be these closed brackets, right? Like that. Okay, but I'm not including it, so open parentheses. That's kind of the limit. And then we're going to join it with 2 again, all the way to infinity. Okay, so this is the kind of progression. Negative infinity all the way to a 2, and then 2 all the way to infinity. Okay, and again, not including the 2.